Continue.
Are you there?
Sorry, I got a song stuck in my head because of that. Silence echoed through my mind. I can't tell you which song. Again, nothing. She was gone. Absent-mindedly, I rolled over in bed and looked towards the window. Soft rays of light cascaded over the bed. It really looked pretty on Cyne's skin. Wait, what?
Cyne! What are you doing here?
When'd you come in? I bolted upright and looked down at a grinning Cyne. His head was resting in his palm, and he was sprawled out beside me in bed. Hello?
How long have you been here for?
All of 5 minutes.
Okay.
Don't worry, I've been on my best behavior. I didn't even peek.
At what?
You seem tired, so I didn't want to wake you yet.
And how exactly did you get in here?
The door, probably.
You said it yourself. I booked the rooms, so I don't need to be invited, right?
Cyne's eyes dropped from my face to my exposed chest. Ooh, woo. I pulled the sheets up to my chin, covering myself.
Now you're getting shy? Come on, there's nothing you need to hide from me.
I do like this outfit on Cyne, though. It's better than when you're wearing the cape. Reluctantly, I let go of the sheets.
These rooms really have nice views, don't they?
And I'm sure you're talking about what's outside the window.
You seem to be in high spirits this morning.
When am I not?
I shook my head slightly.
I wish I could be as happy as you.
Well, happiness has nothing to do with it, does it?
Huh?
Don't worry about it. Anyway, what's gone so wrong overnight to make you so somber?
I didn't get talked to in my dreams.
I have a lot on my mind right now.
Like, me? I hope
Mhm.
you haven't been fantasizing so much that you've lost sleep.
I think it's about time I told them about my dreams. I'll leave out the healing part for now.
No, it's not that. It's my dreams.
Oh, you've been having sex dreams about me?
What? No, nothing sexy. It's something I haven't told you about yet. Can we talk for a bit?
He nodded, and the grin fell from his face.
I've been having these strange dreams since I left Aurelia Cavella. There's this voice calling out to me. She was trying to help me, I think.
Like, a vision?
With no visuals.
Something like that, I think. Up until now, I wasn't taking them too seriously. But I mentioned it to Varys, and he thinks it's someone trying to guide me.
So, what's the problem? Apart from the fact that you have an extra voice in your head, of course.
The problem is she disappeared. Right after telling me that I was being followed and he was nearly here. She says there's nothing I can do to stop it.
Huh. And you didn't think to tell me about this before now?
Mm-mm.
I'm sorry.
So she left. Do you know why?
I have no clue. It sounded like she wasn't safe. I'm scared, Cyne. I'm scared for me, of course, but I'm terrified for her.
Aww. Cyne's eyebrows furrowed, completely focused on what I was saying.
Has it ever happened before?
When we went through the Amaranth Forest, she disappeared for a time. But once we entered Sidcaeum, she came back.
Cyne tensed up at the mention of the forest before relaxing back into my bed. What happened there must have been still weighing on his mind.
Or she didn't disappear in the Amaranth Forest. You just couldn't hear her. It's a strange place, and I wouldn't be surprised if something blocked your connection.
Maybe.
And you think we should be taking her warning seriously?
I do.
All right. We'll have to be on guard while we're looking for Caspian. I suppose you'll need a knight in shining armor, huh?
Yeah, of course. That's a layered sentence. He giggled, a carefree expression coming back to his face.
I have some news that might cheer you up, by the way. 2
Ooh.
exclusive tickets to the Sid KM ball, just for us.
He pulled out 2 maroon envelopes. I didn't know whether I wanted to say envelopes or envelopes. Sealed with wax, and waved them around in front of my face happily.
Really? How did you manage it?
You don't want to know, Rain. Oh, the horrors.
See? You can count on me. It wasn't too difficult. I just had a chat with my mother.
She must be a saint.
Something like that.
He passed the envelopes over to me, and I turned them around in my hands. I didn't realize that paper could be so detailed.
However, there were a few conditions. Nothing too big, don't worry.
I don't like the sound of that.
Would you rather they be big? Wow, Rain.
Be serious.
All right. She wants to meet you as soon as possible.
Why? He looked away, refusing to meet my eyes. Was he embarrassed?
I'd love to meet her. Anyone related to you must be amazing.
I see. Well, I'm sure we'll run into her later tonight, since she'll be attending too.
I'm looking forward to it. So, no sneaking required? We can just go in like normal guests?
We are normal guests, silly. No one should question you if you're with me.
Should?
Well, I'm not exactly a frequent attendee. There might be some people that are less than thrilled to see me.
Aren't you, like, super popular?
What makes you think that?
I don't know. Everything about you screams, look at me.
And here I thought I was keeping a low profile. I guess you'll see for yourself.
Okay.
If you don't want to go, we don't have to. There'll be plenty of other chances to look for Caspian.
And miss attending a fancy ball with arm candy like you? Never!
Arm candy.
After all the trouble you've gone to, I really hope we can catch some word of his whereabouts.
You know, we can worry about that later. But for now, I have a great idea about how to pass the time.
Oh, okay.
Oh?
Cyne motioned with his fingers to come closer to him. As I leaned towards him, he put his lips to his ear. This is the part of the game where I'm going to have to start reading the sentences before I speak them out loud.
How about lesson number 2?
Yeah, I had a feeling. Well, my face instantly heated up as the memories of last time resurfaced. The image of Cyne sat in my lap with a cheeky grin, brought on a sudden case of butterflies in my stomach. So teasing. Will this lesson go even further? I want to know what it feels like. I want it to be with Cyne.
Just follow my lead, and you're sure to learn a thing or two. No slacking off, though.
Okay.
Okay. If you want to do it then.
Perfect. Nothing beats an early morning session after all. Well, midday's pretty good too. Oh, and night. Forget it. It's always good.
At least you know yourself well enough to be able to tell that. Cyne stood up and removed his coat before throwing it onto a nearby chair. He came back to the bed and his hands slid over my bare skin. Oh, right, because technically speaking, Rain just woke up and is not actually clothed like he is in his sprite. How much of this should I be reading? I don't think I'd ever felt so exposed to someone else, but it wasn't bad.
For the record, you don't need my permission to touch anywhere on my body, so feel free to do whatever you want.
I gulped. Timidly, I reached out and placed my hand on his waist. It felt slender in my grasp. Okay, I'm gonna pause. I'm still in the middle of the scene. What do you mean? I'm scared to continue on, but also like okay, summary of what's happened so far. Oh my gosh, we're not getting like the normal nicely edited version that I normally do. Rain's learning. Rain's he is in control for the first time. And then anyway, the door to the bedroom swung open and suddenly Fawn and Leo stepped inside. No.
I'm seriously beginning to think you're deaf. Can't you hear us knocking on the...
No. Both of their jaws dropped in surprise, and I jumped away from Cyne, covering my body with the sheets.
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry.
Well, good morning to the two of you as well. I take it you've never learnt to knock?
And technically speaking, they were. We just didn't hear. Like I'm in there. Oh God.
This isn't what it looks like.
Oh, it is Rain. Oh my gosh. You did not read what I just had to read.
Unless you were planning on joining.
Ooh. Where I had scrambled to hide myself, Cyne stayed out in the open, leaning up on his elbows. There was no hiding exactly what was going on. The other two turned away, turning bright red.
No, we don't want to join. Leos, let's wait outside.
Fawn dragged Leos out by the arm, and the door slammed shut once again.
Well, that totally spoiled the mood.
So I can continue recording.
How embarrassing.
I covered my face with my hands. I felt like crying.
Don't worry about it. A little bit of is nothing to be embarrassed about. Some people like to be watched. I can't say I'm against the idea.
Okay. I will write that down. Noted.
Being watched? Why would anyone...
People get excited by a lot of different things. I'm sure we'll work out exactly what makes you tick before long, too. You go on ahead and meet up with the others. I'll just be a minute.
Why? We should go together.
He needs some time, my dude.
You want to stay here and watch while I take care of this?
Should I pause again? My eyes wandered down, then snapped back to his face.
No! Okay, I'll meet you out there.
Damn. I scrambled to dress myself before dashing out of the door and into the lobby. I rushed out from my room, pulling my cloak in tight.
Good morning. Morning.
Fawn's eyes were anywhere but on me, while Leos just crossed his arms and stared.
Wait, so what were you two doing?
Do you want the answer to that question?
Leos, you can't ask that.
Wait, why not? What, are they in trouble?
Mm-hmm.
Where's the brat?
Still inside.
He said he just needed to finish up with something.
Did you miss me?
Mm-hmm.
Hardly. What took you so long?
Damn.
Oh, you know, this and that.
He winked at Leos, who rolled his eyes in response.
As useful as ever. Tell me you're at least a little useful and you managed to get us those invites to the ball?
Mm-hmm.
Yes and no. I got 2 invites, so I'm taking Rain as my date.
What?
Do you have a problem with that?
No.
Do you, Rain?
It'll be safer that way? I don't know what these mean. Hold on, I have to go through each of them just to see what Rain's reaction is.
We'll stand out less with just the two of us. I guess so.
What's the plan till then?
Okay, that's moving on. Versus well.
Sorry. I wish we could all go too.
It'll be safer this way. If two's
Okay.
company and three's a crowd, then four is bad news if we want to keep this on the down low.
What's the plan till then?
I don't know which one I want to go with. Honestly, both of those were kind of... I guess going with the first because we are on the side route. And this is a little bit more focused on the group rather than...
We'll stand out.
Hold on.
What's the plan till then?
Do you want to say it one more time, Leos? Because you just keep repeating this line over and over again.
Since we didn't get much of a chance to do it yesterday, we could ask around about Caspian. Maybe the ball won't even be necessary and we'll just run into him.
Yeah.
Oh, if that's the case, then we should split up.
Okay.
Wait, why do you always want to split up?
It's more fun that way. Okay, who wants to pick first?
Leos, let's go together?
Not with that sad face, Fawn. Oh my god.
Fawn?
We'll give you two some alone time.
That makes me sad.
Woohoo! Rain, I can show you around.
We'll meet here again tomorrow morning and go over what we find out. Don't slack off.
I would never.
Whatever you say. Hey, Forest Fairy, let's go.
I waved to Fawn, but he avoided meeting my eyes and left quickly with Leos.
Well, what's the plan?
I don't have one.
Oh, okay.
But some fresh air might get the old brain going. How about we walk and think at the same time?
That sounds good.
We made our way outside into the wintry wonderland that was Sidcaeum, Cyne pulling me along by my arm. I watched the clouds pass behind the mountain peaks as we walked. Some mist clung to the tips, giving the whole city a mystical, fantastical feeling. To live among the mountains, it's pretty amazing.
You live in such a beautiful place.
It's not bad, is it? I prefer the view down here to the one from my window, though.
Why?
It's hard to see past all the big heads.
Damn.
Everyone has an opinion about who you are and what you should be up there. Down here, though, I'm just another nobody. Uh-oh, I said something deep again. Should I say something sufficiently sexual to change the subject?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
You know, I'm here if you want to talk about it.
Damn.
There's nothing to talk about. Oh, look!
If there was nothing to talk about, why do Aaron and Ash seem so worried about you? Why do you constantly push people away?
What is it?
None other than my favorite woman from Oxabor.
Ooh, woo.
Lilas?
Hey! Lilas!
Oh, hello there, Cyne, Rain.
This is interesting. I've never seen her since Oxaber in any of my other playthroughs. The one that I did. Hello. I mean, this does make sense, but she stood by her wagon, looking up and down the wide street.
What are you doing here?
Making some deliveries. And you? Still looking for Caspian?
That's right. I can't say I found out anything yet, but I think we're getting closer.
Hey, maybe Caspian is one of the people you're going to deliver to. That's horrific. I hated saying that, actually. But, yo, I'm not going to say the rest of that sentence.
I'm glad to hear it.
Did you have a safe trip here? You wouldn't believe what I've been through. Walking for days on end? Ugh, totally not my style.
I went around the Amaranth Forest, so it was rather quiet.
Yeah, well, we didn't.
See? That's where you made a mistake. Why bother going around if you're traveling by yourself?
Do you think that if you go through the forest by yourself and the forest got you, would your target, be yourself? That's almost a worse way to go than if you had a friend. Because at least there's a possibility of, like, fighting it off. But if it's just you, I guess there's willpower. Anyway.
I had company. I offered a ride to a couple of people from Oxabor.
Oh, really? Can you describe them?
Oh, Lila's getting some action.
Lilas's face remained ever neutral. Nothing Cyne could say could possibly embarrass her.
I wasn't interested in them, no.
Come on, play along a little.
Okay. Yes, they were two gorgeous, hot studs, and we made passionate love in the back of my wagon. Is that better?
Lilas, I'm in love with you.
Much better.
They didn't cause you any trouble?
No, they were both older gentlemen, one from Stagwitch and another who didn't speak much. They were friendly enough, although they didn't tell me why they were traveling.
I know exactly who these two people are. I know exactly who you brought to Sid Kaum.
Will you be around for long? There's something I want to grab from you later.
I'll leave tomorrow morning. Would you like me to put your usual to the side?
Yes, please.
And I trust you'll pay off your tab?
No way.
Yes, I'll bring my life savings.
What happened to your other companions?
They're walking by themselves.
We split up to cover more ground. But I'm beginning to think that won't be enough. Sid Kaum is huge.
I'll keep an ear out for your missing person while I'm making my deliveries. I have to be off now.
Bye-bye, Lilas. See you later.
My mind flashed back to what that voice told me. Something's coming.
Stay safe.
Cyne and I continued down the broad street, questioning people as we went. Every so often, someone called out to Cyne or came running over to him. He really was popular. I'm not sure what anyone's worried about. No one paid much attention to me. It's as if when Cyne walked into your vision, he was all you could see. Infinitely bright and beaming, charismatic and fun. I smiled alongside him, happy to be in his company, but I couldn't help but feel a little jealous.
And despite talking to what must be nearly every person in Sid Kaum, there's still no sign of him.
He'll turn up, don't worry. Don't you trust Soren?
I do.
And then stop being so anxious. You've got me here. There's no way you could fail. You know, I don't think I ever asked. What do you plan to do once you find him, I mean?
After? I don't really know. It's difficult for me to think that far ahead.
But you could find him today, tomorrow, who knows?
Well, not that long ago, I would have said I'd go home, but I'm not sure if that'll ever be an option. If I stayed out here, what would that mean? Abandoning everyone back home? And if I went home, would I have to sneak around and pretend the outside world doesn't exist?
I'm going to enjoy watching you decide something so important. The little wrinkles on your forehead are kind of cute.
You won't offer me even a little advice?
Why would I? I'm in no place to tell you what to do with your life.
But don't you want to keep seeing me later, too?
I'm not against it. I just don't want you to weigh in my opinion on something like that. Let's keep things casual, all right?
You're making me sad, Cyne. Gosh darn it, every single time that you have like a ... Rain sighs for longer than I'm expecting him to, and I keep going past it every single time. I felt my spirit drop a little. We're friends, that's not surprising. Then, why do I feel so disappointed? Putting those thoughts behind me, we continued our search of the city. All the way through to sunset, nothing changed in anyone's responses. They'd never heard of a man named Caspian who came through here around 18 years ago.
The sun's already setting.
Oh, do you know what that means?
You have to go home?
Come here.
Okay. I leaned down and he kneaded my hair and brushed off my coat.
It's time we found our way to the ball.
I forgot the ball was happening. And so up we went, ascending Sid Kayum's infinite amount of staircases that led further up the mountain. Eventually, we were surrounded by a district that could only be described as a home for the upper class. I couldn't see a single person that wasn't dressed in gorgeous, flowing robes. They all looked, well, almost like royalty. The crowd streamed down the large street towards a white, intricate building. Looking at it, you could almost call it a palace.
Wow.
Pretty impressive, right?
You really live like this?
Unfortunately. Anyway, let's not waste any time.
He linked his arm with mine, and together we walked to the entrance where guards were checking invites. He passed over the golden lettered envelope, and the guard inspected it closely before looking back at Cyne's face.
Lord Cyne and one guest. You are free to answer.
Thank you.
My kindest regards.
We walked into the room, and I could barely contain a gasp. It was fanciful like nothing I'd ever seen. A high ceiling decorated with etchings and swirls took up my vision first, and then the large hanging chandelier. The room was already filled with people dressed to the nines, ball gowns and suits of every color. Even dressed as well as I was, I felt a little underdressed.
Cyne, this is amazing.
The food, the music, the location, all perfect. It's just the people that I could live with replacing. Listen, before we go any further, I have to warn you. The people here only care about themselves until you say something they can use against you. It's ruthless. Try not to attract any attention to yourself, and I'll do the talking. All right?
All right.
Suddenly, I was feeling a little scared. Just what are these people? Rich people.
Well, well, if it isn't the young Lord Cynaculus. I heard from your mother that you wouldn't be attending this evening.
Yeah, well, she's wrong, so...
Lady Astrid, it's a pleasure to see you once again. I had a change of plans and found myself free for the night. And who wouldn't want to spend it with all of you astounding people? And you're still in contact with my mother. That's lovely.
We're both disappointed that you won't give my father's proposal a spare thought.
Unfortunately, my lady, it won't be possible anymore.
Oh? And why would that be?
Let me introduce you to my fiancé,
Really?
Sir Rain. He hails from Toggen, across the sea.
Interesting.
Your fiancé?
How do you do?
My father will hear of this. Mark my words.
Okay. She stormed off in a huff, a scowl over her delicate face.
Toodaloo.
What was that about not attracting any attention?
But it was pretty funny, wasn't it?
You're going to be the problem here.
Wait, is that Lord Cynaculus? He dares to show his face here.
What is that accent?
He's an embarrassment to his family. Look at him. Yet another peasant by his side.
Damn.
It's a wonder his mother hasn't disowned him yet.
Cyne?
Come on, we won't find out anything at this rate.
He took my hand and dragged me through the crowd. He had a look on his face that I'd never seen before. Eventually, we found ourselves near the dance floor. People stood close together, chatting amongst themselves happily.
Should we talk to them?
The declares? Oh no, they don't give out information for free.
Then, how about them?
I pointed out a group.
Definitely not. They can't even stand the sight of me.
Is there anyone we can talk to?
I'll find someone.
We passed from person to person, searching for someone to question with no luck. Eventually, we took a break in a quieter part of the room and sat down.
Wait here, okay? I'll go talk to some people.
Okay.
Alone? I'll come with you.
I'll be fine. Enjoy the break.
I'm sure I'm going to sit right here the entire time. He disappeared into the crowd while I sunk back into my chair with a sigh. What did those people mean that he's an embarrassment? How could they be talking about the same Cyne that I know? He's smart and bright. He's friendly and kind. Sure, he likes to cause some trouble, but he's not a bad guy.
Excuse me.
Yes? Oh, hello there, miss.
I'm sorry for interrupting. You just looked awfully lonely by yourself. Are you here with someone?
I am here with my fiancé.
I'm here with my fiancé, actually. Sir Cynaculus. You may have heard of him.
Oh, I'm very sorry to bother you then.
And now she won't talk to me, but I'm sure Cyne liked it.
This may be quite rude, but how do you ever feel secure with someone like that?
It's an open relationship.
What do you mean?
He's not exactly the type to settle down.
And we have an agreement. What do I look like? A prude? I'll have you know I'm the sluttiest man in this room.
Maybe he's not good enough for you, but he's plenty for me.
Damn, Rain, get it.
My. Insulting my son to his own guest. Has House Sandvine really fallen to such petty tactics?
Ma'am, I'm sorry to interrupt. I'll be on my way.
The young lady ran off, and in her place stood someone else, tall with long blonde locks that cascaded down her back. She looked down at me, a smile seen on her lips.
You, must be Cyne's mother.
I jumped up from my place, desperate to make a good first impression.
And you must be the one I've heard so much about. I'm so pleased to finally meet you. Please, call me Lady Vemund.
I don't remember how I pronounced it before, but I'll keep that in mind.
Oh, you can call me Rain.
Rain? What a delightfully simple name.
Thank you?
Was that an insult or a compliment?
I was hoping we could use this chance to get to know one another. A little one-on-one time.
Oof. Mother, I hadn't noticed your arrival.
Cyne found his way back over to us and stood at my side. Seeing these two together, you really could tell they were related.
Do you mean to tell me you weren't watching the door like a hawk, waiting for me to arrive?
Depends on what you want to hear. Do you want us to? Because in that case, yeah, we were 100%. If you didn't want us looking. Okay, to be fair, is there a world where you wouldn't want attention?
I'm afraid not. I see you've taken the chance to introduce yourself to my dear friend.
She may or may not have heard me call you my fiancé, but to be fair, she is also maybe a little bit in on the ruse, so...
Dear friend? From what Lady Astrid was saying, I was led to believe that you'd finally decided to settle down and marry.
And to be fair, Lady Astrid, it's your fault. I'm still in the clear.
Anyhow, I was trying to speak to Rain before you so rudely interrupted. Were you not taught better manners than that?
Blame my mother. She must have brought me up incorrectly.
Damn.
Ha! Witty, aren't you?
I think it's about time for a dance. Don't you, Rain?
Sure.
I looked between the mother and son. They both had equally imposing smiles on their faces, as if they were competing over something.
Enjoy the night. I hope to see more of you very soon, Rain.
Perhaps.
Goodbye, ma'am. Have a nice night.
Cyne grabbed my arm and pulled me away and towards the center of the ballroom, where music from the band had people twirling around the dance floor. Ooh. Cyne snaked an arm over my shoulder and looked up into my face sadly.
I should warn you now. I'm not a great dancer.
I don't mind.
Are you all right? Your mother seemed nice.
I shouldn't have left you alone. I didn't even think she'd approach you on her own.
To be fair, I thought I was going to go talk to somebody else.
Why are you worried? She didn't do anything to me.
You don't understand what she's like. She's a liar and a cheat. She'll say anything to get what she wants.
You two seem pretty alike.
Okay, Rain. That was uncalled for.
You're nothing alike.
Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I just want you to be careful around her, okay?
We danced slowly and simply in time to the music. Most of my effort was spent on not stepping on Cyne's toes, though. He looked sad, and I didn't know how to fix it.
See? I'm a bad dancer, aren't I?
You aren't totally awful.
I'm sorry. You must be used to dancing with people that are more on your level.
Dancing with those people is no fun anyway. I'd choose you over them any day.
Hey, I thought, if you wanted to. Maybe later we could...
Cyne's face went from puzzled to happy in the span of mere moments.
Oh, what's this? Am I getting propositioned right now?
We just, we keep getting interrupted, so...
Your shy face is cute, you know?
I'm not shy.
Sure. You'll have to beg a little more to get my attention, though.
What?
He looked up at me silently, the same smile still plastered on his face.
I'd like very much to spend the night with you, Cyne. Please.
Not bad. Color me interested.
On the other side of the room, my eyes locked in on a man with orange hair pulled back into a ponytail. He was wearing an apron and dressed very simply. He looked at us dancing for a moment before going back to what he was doing.
Wait a second. I see someone we could talk to.
I don't know what about him screams, yes, you can talk to that person, but... I took Cyne by his hand and chased after the mystery man's disappearing back. As we got closer, he turned around in shock, surprised at hearing approaching footsteps.
Wait, excuse me.
Huh?
I thought I was going to talk to you, and instead I talked to Cyne's mother. Why weren't you there?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for scaring you.
It's all right. I was just a little surprised that anyone was paying attention to me.
I could say the same to you. No one else looks very impressed when I speak to them. My name's Rain, and this is Cyne. Do you have a moment to talk?
He looked back at a doorway at the back of the room. Waiters and waitresses regularly walked in and out, carrying trays of expensive-looking foods.
I have a moment, but I'll have to get back to the kitchen quickly. We can chat whilst we walk. Oh, my name's Hone, by the way.
Hone? Are you a chef or something?
Nah, I'm just a baker.
His freckled face lit up as he spoke. He had an air around him that made him easy to talk to, despite not being that talkative himself.
I'm looking for a man named Caspian. He would have come through here around 17, 18 years ago. I know that's a long time, but if you can think really carefully...
Caspian? I know him, yeah.
That's why I wanted to talk to you.
Even if you don't know him, if you could direct me to anyone else... Wait, what?
Caspian. Tall, brown hair. I see him every now and then.
Can you tell us where to find him?
We reached the doorway and Hone rested his hand against it.
I have a bakery in the lower districts. Can you stop by tomorrow? We can talk more about him then. I can't chat anymore, or I'll be at risk of not getting invited next time.
Okay, alright. Got it. I'll be there.
He bowed his head slightly and disappeared into the kitchen.
Oh my god, Cyne, this is it!
See? I knew we'd find something out here. Go on, praise me.
You did a great job. I believed in you.
Thank you so much, Cyne. You're the best.
I rushed forward and hugged him tightly, attracting the gazes of many attendees.
Jeez, I wasn't expecting you to actually... It's no problem, Rain. I want to help you. Come on, let's get out of here.
That was very telling.
Already?
We've done what we came here to do. No point sticking around all these losers, don't you think?
We quickly found our way back to the front doors, leaving the way we entered. Ooh, my fiancé. Take Cyne as your date to the ball. No one took any notice of us as we left the event. They were all far too busy, preoccupied with themselves. The air outside was bitterly cold, biting down to our core and making us walk just a little bit closer to each other. As we left the building, we noticed someone standing in the shadows, arms crossed. Oh no, a kidnapper, come to steal and take us away and sell our body parts on the black market.
About time you showed up. Maybe you were having a little too much fun in there,
Now, if anybody really fell for that and didn't immediately tell from me making that joke that I knew it was Elrond, I would be surprised.
Hello, Ilron. Were you waiting for us?
I was indeed. I have some news about Soren, but this isn't the time or place to talk about it.
Do you know Hone's Bakery in the lower districts?
Join us. You weren't invited, but that's okay. I'm inviting you, and I'm sure Hone's fine with it. He nodded.
Meet us there by midday tomorrow. Hey, wait, where's Varys?
I finally noticed that the peach-haired man nor the blue bird were anywhere in sight.
We're not always together, you know.
You should be.
He's watching over Soren at the moment. For some reason, he's worried sick.
How's he looking?
Let's talk tomorrow. Midday. Hone's Bakery.
Thank you.
Thank you, Elron.
I cannot believe, by the way, that that choice is something that you need to do in order for something later that I'm trying to do. Like, whether or not you think the man can make or break your game. He turned around and left, quickly disappearing into the night.
As mysterious and troublesome as ever.
He's up to no good.
You think so?
I've heard of him. Only whispers in passing, but all of the high houses know about him.
Ooh, okay. Spill the tea, because I'm very interested in this.
He's charming, smart, crafty. If you have a secret, he knows it, and he'll use it against you.
I used to think he was helping us out of the goodness of his heart, but it seems like he wants something from us, doesn't it?
He wants to be friends. On the opposite side of the spectrum, Varys seems incredibly kind and good-natured. I can't imagine him using us for anything.
Well, let's not worry about it now. Tonight, we're celebrating.
Woohoo! Together we walked back towards the Silver Willows. Cyne had a skip in his step, and he linked his arm with mine.
Why are you so happy?
Isn't it obvious?
Because of what we found out about Caspian?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that too. Mostly I'm happy because I can finally have you all to myself tonight.
Oh.
You're the one who asked.
Oh, wait here a minute, okay? I need to go pick something up from Lilas.
What? Before I could ask any questions, he dashed off into the darkness and left me alone to wait for him. I took the time to look around. Really, the city was gorgeous. Before long, Cyne reappeared with a small bag in his hand, but refused to show me what was inside. We found our way back to the inn, and as we walked into the lobby, I could feel my heartbeat picking up already. Aaron stood behind the desk, busy writing something or another. She looked up at Cyne, smiled, then went back to what she was doing. Cyne pulled me along towards my room. His steps hurried. I closed the door softly behind us and turned back towards Cyne. Already I could feel my cheeks heating up.
So, what now?
Damn. No need to, pause and have a discussion or anything. Just go straight for it. Should I pause? That's fine. In only a moment, his face was inches from mine, and his legs wrapped around my waist. I barely managed to steady myself as he jumped into my arms. That's platonic and normal. He pulled my... Sorry. He pulled my face to his and parted my lips with his tongue, kissing me deeply. My hands crept up over his back, holding him close to my body. What is this song going on in the background? It wasn't exactly what I was expecting. Time didn't stop. The world didn't suddenly fall into place. It was just hot and full of passion, as if nothing else mattered but feeling good. And I got lost in that feeling. Maybe I'll pause here. I'll let you know what happens next. So the music that I was hearing before that I didn't recognize was another version of the main theme, which is also that song that Fawn had sung all the way back when we were in Stagwitch on that stage. Just a version of it that I don't think that I've ever heard before. Or if I have, I wasn't recognizing it, but after a while, that melody played and I was like, oh, this is the main theme song. Just a different composition, I guess. Also, is it still corruption if it's about Cyne? That's your summary of what just happened. They went through with it. Anyway, and then they fell asleep. This is just basically about Cyne said, it was great, I had fun. Anyway. Nope. The streets of Sidcaeum were particularly lonely at night. The moonlight bounced off the snow, casting everything with a cold, eerie glow. No one walked the streets, choosing instead to be tucked up in their warm, comfortable beds. Well, that was nearly true. One man fought against the cold weather, trudging through the pure, white snow. He watched the moon as he walked, and he thought. He never stopped thinking. He'd begun to wonder if it was even possible to not constantly be pondering or deliberating. Up ahead, a medium-sized, low-profile building came into view, the one he was looking for. From far away, he wondered if the one he left in there was also thinking about him. Ooh, why would he be? He has other things on his mind. Nox and Soren. He approached the building and knocked 3 times sharply, making his presence known. A shuffling came from inside before the sound of locks being unlatched. The door opened and he was face to face with a pink-haired man.
Hello, Zarin. Did you miss me? Where's the brat?
As much as I'd miss any other pain in my behind, Titus is out. You know he doesn't appreciate you calling him that. Why did you leave your bird here anyway?
Oh, don't be so harsh. He doesn't like the cold.
You're far too attached. They don't live long, you know. You'll be devastated once he's gone.
Opposite problem. Tell me about it.
Nonsense. We'll just have to go together, eh?
Aww.
Running your mouth as usual. Take your bird and leave.
Yes, sir. Oh, how's he looking?
I still need to conduct some tests. I can't answer that yet. At the very least, he seems stable. His breathing is normal, he just won't awaken. I'll bring you the details tomorrow, if I must.
You know Hone, right? That cute baker down in the lower districts?
Uh-huh.
Meet me there at midday tomorrow. The other ones I told you about will be waiting for us.
You were not invited to this meeting. But come on, let's just invite the whole town, you know?
Fine. Now go away. I'm far too busy to be chatting with you.
Fine, fine. You're really no fun, you know that?
The blue bird hopped onto Ilrin's shoulder, and Zarin answered him by slamming the door. He walked a distance from the doorway before speaking to the little blue bird who tweeted beside him.
How did it go, Varys?
Through various pecks, Varys managed to get his message across about what happened with Soren, but Ilrin still wasn't fully satisfied. Usually he wasn't so soft as to need Varys' human form beside him at all times. In fact, he'd gotten used to conversing with his bird form, but tonight he felt a loneliness that wouldn't cease, no matter how much he wished it away. When he didn't respond, the bird fluttered from his shoulder onto the ground, and in a poof of smoke, a naked man appeared.
Whoa, what are you doing? It's freezing!
You don't say.
A moment later, he was dressed in his poncho, thanks to Ilrin. He still shivered, his legs and feet uncovered.
Why did you do that? Change back! You can't walk through the snow like that!
Oh no, I guess it means that you'll have to carry him.
I don't want to. I feel like chatting.
Come on, Varys.
Later, when we're back inside.
Later as well, then. I'm fine like this.
No, you're not.
He sighed and knelt down in front of Varys.
What are you doing?
Hop on. I'll carry you the rest of the way back.
Ooh.
There we go. At least your feet won't fall off this way.
Varys snuggled in close, trying to steal as much body heat as he could.
It feels nice. Thank you, Ilron. I can always depend on you.
You better appreciate it now. Once you're back up in the sky or whatever, you won't be able to be pampered by me anymore.
Ilron, I've been wanting to speak to you about that. Eternity. It's a lonely, boring thing.
Mm-hmm.
To exist forever? Is there anyone that would want that, truly?
Ilrin's breath stilled, unsure of where this was going. He's not going to tell me he wants to stay after all, is he?
To exist until the end of time, and after that too. I couldn't think of a worse fate, Ilron. It's scary, too painful to even bear the thought of. I don't want to stay as a human forever, and I wish even less to stay as a god forever. I think that, perhaps, my time is coming, sooner than I'd originally thought.
What? What are you talking about?
You know, when I first got my human body, I felt like I had a purpose. To grow up with my family first and foremost, and then, after, to watch over my parents and my birthplace. But time takes everything. Everything except for me. I'm the only one that gets left behind. My parents died. My hometown doesn't even exist anymore. What purpose did I have then? Powerless as a god, and worthless as a human being.
You're not... You've never been worthless, Varys. It's just as I told you when we first met.
I wandered for hundreds of years with no place to call home. I had no reason to exist, no right to this body when I couldn't do anything for my followers. It was only when we met that I wanted to find Aurelia Cavella again. Before then, I'd already given up on ever being able to return. I thought that if I found them again, I could rejoin them, go back to being the god that I was before.
I've had a long time to think, Ilron. More time than anyone deserves. And it took me that whole time to work it out. Finding Aurelia Cavella and freeing my fellow gods won't fix everything. I don't intend to rejoin them. This is my final mission, and I will see my people freed. After I have that closure, it's time for me to pass on.
He can't be serious. This isn't how I wanted it to be. No, I know him better than anyone else. He's completely serious. His mind's been made up.
Old gods die, and new ones will take their place. There will be a new god of the harvest, and I hope, they'll be able to do the things I was never able to do. Be the god that I could never be.
Varys, no one could ever take your place. You've earned it.
For once, Elrond was glad that Varys was unable to see his face. His eyes watered up, threatening to overflow at any moment. Varys wrapped his arms even tighter around Elrond.
You're far too kind to me. I'll keep the memories we've shared close to my heart. Always and forever.
I never thought that this would be how it would end up when we met all those years ago. I never thought I'd become this attached. Perhaps if I hadn't given him that push 7 years ago. A cool sea breeze blew through the dusk-filled streets of Stagwich, carrying with it a familiar feeling of home. Market stalls filled the sides of the road, covered only by thin linen tarps. Elrond reached under and pulled out an apple. They're too trustworthy here. Anyone could come by and rob them blind. A few people walked here and there, but none saw his thievery. He wasn't so dumb as to let himself be caught, especially not by people like them. He continued down the street, aimlessly throwing the apple up and down. A demon in Stagwich, huh? I've been here for 2 days already, but I haven't heard a single word about it. More false leads. The further he walked, the more run down the houses began to look, yet candlelight could still be seen through the windows. They weren't abandoned, just well-loved. Elrond peered inside. Happy families gathered around, laughing and eating, enjoying themselves despite having near to nothing. He ripped his eyes away and kicked a rock further down the path. Enjoy it while you still have it. A solitary figure walking a lonely road, just as he had been for many years. When his eyes finally left the ground, he spied someone kneeling on the pavement before a great statue, depicting a bird. As he approached, he found the statue not as great as he had first thought. Cracks and vines littered the stone, giving off the impression of being long abandoned. In front, an old man knelt, praying feverishly. There he is, the younger version of my boy. So interesting the way that he looks without his hair up.
What are you doing, old man?
Huh. Oh, you surprised me.
He jumped up and whirled around, surprised at suddenly being called out to.
I'm praying to Varys that our next harvest will be bountiful.
Praying? What, to a god? You've got to be kidding me.
It might sound silly to you, young'un, but that doesn't mean it's pointless. I've got to believe someone's watching out for me.
Blind faith in such a demonic being makes me laugh. The gods don't care about us. They hold no loyalty to us. They never have.
What's the point? He's not watching over you. He couldn't care less about what happens to people like us.
Whether he's watching or not, I don't know. but that won't stop me from praying, as I always have.
Ah, blind faith, my favorite. How often are you here, old man? Every day?
Just once a week. He's a fan of music, you know, so sometimes I sit by his statue and play him a tune. I'm the only one left to do it for him.
An old fool, so easily tricked.
Ugh, I really couldn't care less. I didn't ask for your life story.
Aye, you didn't ask, but you have the looks of a man that could use a little faith in life.
Elrond scoffed, and the old man quickly departed, leaving him in the shadow of the statue. A little bit of faith, huh? Where were they when they let my mother die, then? He looked up at the statue. With a smooth touch, he brushed the moss off of the plaque. Varys, god of the harvest. For 6 days, it was much the same. Elrond sat by the foot of the statue, panpipes in hand. He'd play for a few hours, softly and sweetly, but expected nothing in return. At times, a bluebird landed in a tree nearby and listened to his music, watching intently. Elrond found it strange, but not strange enough to think about in depth. The notes rang out through the night once again, echoing back hollowly. What am I doing? This is a waste of time. Perhaps it's better that the old man lives out the rest of his days in blissful unawareness and peace, thinking that his prayers will actually do something. If only my mind could be so easily put to rest. Tonight, no blue bird sat watching him, listening to his song. He played his tune to no one but himself. With a sigh, he resigned himself to give up. Standing, he dusted himself off and began to leave before he caught sight of something out of the corner of his eye. Pink, peach hair. Someone was standing behind a tree close by, peering in his direction. Standing in the dark like that. A little creepy. Elrond took a few steps forward, coming face to face with the mysterious man. He was a little disheveled and dusty, wearing loose-fitting rags for clothing.
What are you doing?
The man's eyes went wide, and he instantly turned and ran. Elrond gave chase, following close behind him.
Hey, wait! Why are you running?
Leave me alone!
The peach-haired man put up a fight, but Elrond was faster. He reached out and grabbed hold of his wrist, forcing him to a halt. Before Elrond could open his mouth, the boy disappeared in a poof of smoke. He coughed and spluttered, fanning the mist away. A small blue bird fluttered through the smoke upwards, heading for the skies. Seeing this, Elrond leapt forward, clutching the animal to his chest as he fell to the ground. The smoke appeared once again, but Elrond wasn't fooled this time. He felt the human body under him and held fast. Once the smoke dissipated, he was greeted with the same peach hair. But leaving Elrond confused on the ground, the man struggled out of his grasp and retrieved his clothes, quickly dressing. Elrond jumped to his feet again, circling around.
You disgusting demon! Who are you? Answer me! Or am I that far beneath you, huh? You think you're so amazing? I know what you are. I know what you're like. Your kind ruined my life. You let my mother die. You killed her!
I've never met you before. Don't give me the blame for something I had nothing to do with.
You're meant to be that god, aren't you? Varys.
His eyes went wide, but he didn't utter a word.
Some god. Look at you. A shitty shrine in the middle of nowhere. Ha! It's almost funny.
That was squeaky.
You're just a demon who's turned his back on all of us. You don't care, do you? You don't care even if we beg you. Even if we pray to you every day, you still ignore our pleas!
Goodbye. I don't have anything to say to you.
Running away? I'll kill you! I'll kill every last one of your kind!
He charged at Varys, dagger pulled from his boot. Before he had time to think, he was flipped over as if he weighed nothing, his back hitting the ground with a dull thud. A pain ran through his entire body, making his fingers go numb.
Is that it? Get up. Didn't you say you were going to kill me? Or are you nothing but talk? Don't come charging at me if you don't have the strength to follow it through.
Varys stood over Ilrin, his face dire. Finally, from up close, Ilrin noticed something about the man. His eyes were blank, absent.
This is nothing. Does it feel good? Knowing that you're attacking the people you're meant to be protecting? Oh, that's right. That's what you do.
I'm defending myself. You're the one who won't leave me alone. Stop coming here and go home.
Home? I have no home to return to anymore. Now that I finally lured you out, demon god, I'll kill you. Even if I kill myself in the process. Tell me, am I right? Are you Varys?
Yes, my name is Varys, but I am no god. Not anymore. Don't try to find me again. I'll pretend this never happened.
Before he could turn away, Ilrin yelled loudly, making Varys jump.
Wait!
What am I doing? I don't have to tell him anything, and yet...
All you're doing is proving me right, you know. That old man, he really believes in you.
There's nothing left of me to believe in.
Come back here tomorrow. You'll see for yourself.
An instant later, and he was gone, lost somewhere in the shadows of the night. I finally met one in the flesh. But what did he seem so melancholic, as if every fiber of his being was riddled with despair? He's not what I expected to find, but he's still a god, a demon, both? Elrin weighed his options carefully, thinking back on his decision. What use was directing Varys back to the old man anyway? There wasn't any, and yet... Ilrin cast the thoughts out of his mind and left the statue behind for the night, resolving to return the next day yet again. A lone figure sat in front of a large statue, hugging his knees tightly. He stayed like this for a time, deep in thought. When his fingers brushed against the cool stone of the statue, he found himself surprised. Someone had cleaned it. Where before moss was growing in abundance, it was now as smooth as the day it was placed there. He remembered that day all too well, how the people rejoiced and celebrated, how he observed from above, happier than ever. He'd watched over the land for hundreds of years by then. People had come and gone, and Varys had seen all of it. But what now? Now I'm nothing. I cannot watch over them or protect them. I'm nearly powerless. What point is there to continuing on like this? Wandering from place to place with no real purpose?
All you're doing is proving me right, you know. That old man, he really believes in you.
No, I have no believers left. If I did, I'd know. I'd be able to hear their prayers. I'm sure of it. What did he want anyway? He's annoying. Well, he did play beautiful music, though. I'm sure he has his reasons for hating us. After all, he's not wrong.
You don't care, even if we beg you. Even if we pray to you every day. You still ignore our pleas!
Why does he hate us so much? What What did I do to earn his ire? Shaking his head, Varys stood from his spot and reached upwards towards the statue. It was so close, yet it felt further away than anything else.
What must I do to regain my purpose?
Today was much like any other day. Ilrin traveled from place to place, listening to gossip and swindling secrets. The life of a bounty hunter was hard, but it was the only thing he knew. It was an easy way to make money, and he only needed risk in his life every now and then. To him, this was a win-win situation. Going out in a blaze of glory? Well, it certainly sounded appealing to him. Ilrin raised his hand up to shield his eyes from the blazing sun. It was already past midday and unbelievably hot. It's time. I wonder if he'll show. He made his way back down the same path as he had walked all week. As he came closer, he noticed someone. Varys stood behind a tree, watching the old man pray with all of his heart. He looked as if he wanted to approach, but kept stopping himself. Ilrin stayed back, watching the scene unfold. Eventually, Varys stepped out from behind the tree and stood by the praying man, who quickly scrambled to his feet to greet him.
Oh, sorry for taking up all the space, young'un. You here to pray too?
You pray to a god?
Of course. To Varys.
But why?
Always have, always will. Growing up, my entire family would gather here to pray. Other families, too. I'd say half of Stagwitch basically lived at this statue. We'd celebrate with music, marvel at the blue wrens that would gather by the statue. It was wonderful. What I'd give to go back to that time.
You still believe in him? Don't you worry that he isn't watching out for you anymore?
Oh, I'm too old to be worrying about something like that. Even if his gaze is turned elsewhere, I know that he's out there somewhere, doing good. My children and grandchildren don't believe in Varys, and my wife died, must be 10 years ago now. But I still come here every Sunday and pray. It reminds me of those happy times. You seem like you're a little lost, and, that's all right. Sometimes you have to lose yourself before you can find yourself, after all. Anyway, I'll be moving on. About time I got supper on.
The man nodded at Varys and left, returning back to his home. The area in front of the statue was suddenly quiet. Ilrin finally came out of his hiding place and approached Varys. Only as he came closer did he begin to hear what started as muffled sobs and quickly became flooding tears. He collapsed to his knees, staring up at the statue.
He's the first one I've met in over a century. A real believer. I've never heard his prayers. Not a single one. I'm not a real god anymore. I'm just nothing. Even to people like them. To that old man and his wife, who had so much faith in me. I couldn't help them. I couldn't protect them. Why? Why must I exist? How could I possibly overcome this pain?
Why does he seem so heartbroken? Is he actually?
Do you take his belief in you for nothing?
He whipped around, eyes fixated on Ilrin, even if he couldn't see.
What?
He's putting all of his belief into you, not anyone else. And this is how you're repaying him?
What else am I meant to do? I'm powerless to do anything. You wouldn't understand. There's no point in trying anymore.
I don't know what you're going through. That's true. But there is something I do know. Achieving your goals is never impossible unless you want it to be. You can find your purpose.
At that moment, Varys looked more vulnerable than ever, but something changed. It was as if a weight had been lifted off of his shoulders just for being told something so simple.
You're right. There is something I can do.
He stood and wiped away his tears with a look of determination.
Where are you heading?
I don't wish to fight you anymore. Please.
I'm not looking for a fight. I asked where you were going.
Within his eyes, a fire was now lit. I want to help him regain what he lost. Maybe in the meantime, I'll also be able to learn a thing or two.
I'm going to save my people and become a god once again.
That sounds like a difficult task.
I don't know where to start, honestly.
Perhaps you could use someone with a knack for solving problems then.
You may be right. I'll have to ask around.
So, you can turn into a bird.
I can?
I'll help you on 2 conditions.
What would they be?
1, you tell me the truth about the gods. And 2, you help me with my bounty hunting.
My journey may be long. It may even be never-ending.
Well, I have a lot of spare time on my hands anyway. I could use something fun to do. Plus, I've been looking for a bounty hunting partner.
Yay. And just like that, we went from enemies to companions. It's kind of embarrassing remembering how I acted back then. I was so ignorant, so cocky. As we traveled together, inching closer and closer to finding Aurelia Cavella, we found that we got along well, more so than anyone else I'd ever met, despite our differing personalities. He was both kind and funny, self-sacrificing and good-natured. Before I realized it, we were already inseparable. Or, that's what I thought.
Ilron?
Yeah, of course. If that's what you want, then I'll help you achieve that.
For 7 years, we've been together. To think that could be taken away so suddenly. Faced with the uncomfortable future, Elrin had one thing on his mind. One thing he'd strained to bury, but kept resurfacing. I love him. Anyway, can you believe that you wouldn't see that entire scene as long as it was if you didn't thank him? If you didn't, as Rain, say thank you that one singular time, you wouldn't have seen that entire backstory. That's what I was talking about. Like, it's crazy. Now, that small choice, you don't even get anything in that scene, but it unlocks that whole scene later. Wild.